I just bought the cheapest V10 manual BMW M5, and today BMW needs to see it.
This is the same car I bought sight unseen, and the same car people said was a financial mistake. Today, we're putting miles on my new V10 M5.
That's so fun!
Finding out which parts BMW really thinks my M5 needs to be fixed.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of rats.
And figuring out how much of that is actually true.
It doesn't matter if you like the car or not. The E60 M5 is one of those cars that exists in two worlds.
On paper, it's a super sedan with the Formula One inspired V10 engine that can rev up to nearly 9,000 RPM. But in real life, it's known as one of BMW's most expensive mistakes.
Yep, that is a sizable hole in the engine.
But this one's different, a 6-speed manual, and I paid less for this than some people pay for a brand new Toyota Camry. So today isn't about flexing the car, it's about finding out what owning one of these is actually like when you don't lie to yourself. The best way to test a car you just bought is to drive it.
Were they honking at you?
No.
You didn't like switch lanes or nothing, right?
I was there, dead middle. Briefcase is parked up, and we came across the old place, and there's a lot of nice cars here, so we're just gonna walk around, check out some of these things. This is technically the first car event with the E60 M5. That Ford Bronco is nice. Look at the dog in there too.
Yeah, there's two dogs in there.
Got more McLaren doors going up. Seems to be a McLaren club out here today. Now the exotics are cool, right? You see more McLarens. But this though, kind of a throwback, no? We're liking older cars, I think, right?
Yeah, like this.
Something like this.
All I want in life right here. So cool.
Really nice. This kind of reminds me of the E39 M5 color. Silverstone or blue water. We got some more proper cars over here as well. Another V10 car out here too. Roof scoop. Feels nice to be part of the V10 club. Oh, donkeys.
He's over there scratching.
Got a nice little peacock bird out there, sunbathing.
Look at them. It's like they're driving.
Very classy.
Quiet.
We pull off real quiet.
Real sophisticated.
But then if we wanted to, boop. Honestly, I think Chanel likes his car more than I do.
I like cars that are time capsules.
Sheesh. Views on views. Out here on roads like this in a black briefcase with 4 wheels on it. Bikers out. Just gorgeous. I really think Chanel likes this better than the G82. Yeah, I think that says it all. And I don't blame her. This car kind of has, I mean, maybe more character, and it's stock too, so we haven't even done anything to it.
Before we hit the main car event, I decided to fish around in my trunk, and I noticed the OEM air compressor for this car is missing. And since these cars are notorious for having issues, that is a big problem. But that's where we get to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Wolf Box. And they were nice enough to send out their 2-in-1 jump starter and air compressor kit.
And as soon as we open up the box, you'll see the jump starter itself inside of this nice and very sturdy Wolf Box carrying case. And if we pop this thing open, wow, you see the jump starter and air compressor itself. And it's perfect because this M5 is supposed to come with the air compressor and the kit is missing. So now we have one specifically for this car. But just look at the build quality on this thing. It seems super sturdy, made out of high grade plastics, a very nice LED screen. You'll see your port for the jumper cables, your portable charger / USB ports. And you'll also see the actual jumper cables themselves, super small, super compact. To get started, just hold down the power button and you'll see that super bright LED screen turn on. And this thing has different modes: motorcycle mode, bicycle mode, and even a sports ball mode. And right here's the button for your flashlight and strobe light. Just go ahead and plug in the jumper cables.
Connect both the negative and positive cables, click the boost button, and you'll have 4,000 amps at your disposal.
To inflate the tires, just screw in the included hose, push it in tight, then lock it into place. Then you just click the power button. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself a Wolf Box jump starter with the air compressor, I'll leave all links in the description. Be sure to keep an eye out for any discount codes to save yourself or loved ones some money. And with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on with today's video. Good boy. That's a true testament of the M5. It's nice to have the dog with us. We can easily get in and out the car. It's kind of subtle. But if you know, you know. Now we're going to take it on the highway for the first time. Let's see what it does. Ooh! You got caught in 4K. But meanwhile, he back there sucking wind.
That's so fun.
And that was only 6,000 RPM. Close this real quick. What was that? Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. No. That's not good.
Did you get any of that on camera? And now you want to keep it open?
No,
Let's
we're closing it.
Close it.
Boom.
We got all these windows.
Go windows down.
Yeah.
So you guys probably heard that metallic clink. I thought the sunroof just broke. And immediately we just got reminded of how stressful these cars can be. All right, Mars, buckle in, buddy.
There's only one proper way to end a drive in a new car. You pull up to a proper car meet. My good friend's private local event where real enthusiasts show up with rare, classic, and seriously exotic machines. And yeah, friends, family, and even dogs are allowed, all for the same reason: cars and coffee. Today's turnout is unreal. BMWs, Porsches, Dodge Vipers, and more proper gems. But there is one gem that my friend Michael just picked up, and he wanted us to take a look. Let's check it out.
The beauty of a sedan. This is nice.
Dirty as hell. But it's supposed
Dirty,
to be
huh?
blue. It's supposed to be blue, the paint. Like under the
Oh,
sun.
okay.
It's got like blue flake in it. It looks black at
This is like the facelift Vantage too, right?
You could already hear the build quality.
Sweet, sweet. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. Aston Martin. Yellow stitching in here too. How many miles are on it?
Like 1,100.
Brand new.
Is it a 70?
M5. Thank you.
What's funny is, everyone loves these cars until they find out how much it costs to maintain them. This is where the reputation comes from. Dealerships don't sell dreams, they sell certainty. I'm not here because the car is broken, I'm here because I want to know what BMW says it needs when money isn't the question. Which is exactly why we need to hit the parts department. But before we do, we get to check out some really cool merchandise BMW has at this specific dealer. 3.0 CSL homages, E30 M3s, they even have small scale BMW 507s, great artwork, merch for the little ones, BMW M1 Pro cars, and some really cool apparel. It's always really fun to see what kind of merch BMW puts inside their dealers. Some dealerships don't have much, but like this one, there are so many cool items to choose from. But we need to lock in and grab the exact cost of all the cosmetic parts that my BMW M5 needs straight from BMW. A few minutes pass by and we get our full list of all the parts that needs to be replaced cosmetically, and it is painful. The goal is to bring this E60 M5 back to its former glory, something like how it rolled out the factory in 2007, and in order to do that, we need to know exactly how much it might cost.
Here we go. This is the full cosmetic parts list. But before we really break this down, we also need the mechanical parts list for this car. That way we have both cosmetic and mechanical restoration parts that we need before we can really start building and modifying this car. And because our good friend James owns a nice shop in which he can take care of us, look over this car mechanically. We need to get on the road, head over to Val Motorsport, get this car up in the air for the first time, and finally see how this car's condition is doing mechanically. Made it back to Val Motorsport. We got the boy James. It's been a while. And if you guys don't know, he helped build the G82, did most of the work on that car, the whole kit on the car, even helped with the paint next door too. So we have a new build for you, man.
Number one, congratulations. Beautiful car, man.
Appreciate it.
Piece of history right here. You got the V10.
Speaking of piece of history, if you look around the shop, that's James' personal car, sick G80. But he also picked up another piece of history over there, E92. Doing some work to it, I take it, right?
Yeah, we're busy. We're busy with that car.
Looks good though, Alpine white, and then we got the F82. So we've got 3 generations of M3.
We have love for
M4.
the brand. We're BMW M car people. I love it. I love collecting M cars. I love working on Beamers. This right here is something extremely special. We just actually got done doing a full overhaul on another one.
Oh, perfect.
So we know exactly what to look for.
Great, okay.
And I kind of took a look at yours already, and it looks really, really nice. But we're gonna put it in the air and check out what's underneath it, because that's kind of like what you don't see when you buy the car.
Really? So there's a couple things I've been finding on this car, which I'm not gonna tell James yet. I'm gonna just let him look at the car, and we're gonna see if he notices a couple of these.
The part of an inspection, the car gets to eye level, I can kind of see the brakes. It's a good chance to get eyes on them, you know?
Okay.
The front looks like serviceable still. There's not a tremendously large lip on the outside of this, and the one on the inside's not very pronounced either. So I'm gonna go ahead and just assume that rotor's good.
Yeah.
But the rear one's totally shot, man. Oh, this one's like cracked. Look.
No, they're so low, I know. Like, done.
These things are just, they're ruined. Before I bought it, it sat for about 5 years in a garage. And then it's given something happened to the previous owner. He may have passed away.
Yeah.
And then it got auctioned off.
That's kind of ideal, right?
Right?
Ryan, you want to send it? My hand, guys. So your upper control arms, the bushing area is given way. That's pretty typical for a car of this vintage.
Okay.
The rubber just goes.
Both sides?
This one's this.
Look at the bottom of the shock.
Yeah. This big lower one looks cool. These are probably cool.
Okay.
What you have is extreme degradation of the joints on your upper arms. Mm-hmm. The degradation on the bushing that holds your shock basically to the knuckle there.
Okay.
Which is pretty typical. This was exactly the same as the one we did a few weeks or a month or so back.
Okay.
Exact same arms were gone. And let's check the front. Shocks are not leaking. That's good. Tie rod end length doesn't look decimated like the other one did. You got a torn thrust arm bushing. I'm imagining the other one's the same exact thing.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 torn thrust arm bushings.
Okay.
That's also typical. That was exactly the same as the previous car.
Okay. How's the diff look?
Diff looks pretty good.
It's not cracked or broken. You have the seal failure on this side.
Okay.
The differential, the output drive shaft on this side has a sealed.
My concern was maybe when this thing is cold and I hear that little bit of vibration, I'm like, well,
You mean your rotors look nasty, bro?
So it's probably
They're
could be
like,
the brakes.
see this like texturing? Not saying that that's like the reason. I mean, it could totally be. It's like there's oxidation on the outside of this. Maybe until you like really scrub that off and like polish it out with the brake pad, the sound will go away. But then these rotors aren't really serviceable anyways. You know what I mean?
They gotta be swapped, huh?
Yeah, these rotors gotta be. So you just do a pad swap and a pad swap. Do a pad a pad swap and a new rotors in the rear, and you won't, depending on the brands you go with, you probably won't squeak. Visible, but up in there you can see there's like a crack. Okay. There's a crack in the subframe bushing. I mean, this is pretty typical, like I said, for a car of this age. All the rubbers, dude.
Yeah.
Like this one's in better shape than that one.
Okay.
But there's still a thing.
crazy how big these mufflers are. 4 of them.
Ooh, so when we did that dude's exhaust system and we removed these out of the car, yeah, it's so big, and when it's on the ground, you're looking at it and you're like, who the f take this home? You know what I mean?
Right?
It's huge. The guy came with like a minivan or something. I mean, yeah, you literally have the same write-up as that last car. Okay. Minus his sway bar end links were shot too. Yours look okay. And actually, we didn't do his shock towers because his weren't not that bad. But you can see it from here how this rubber separated. It's not like a game ender. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna like. Over time, it'll generally just degrade lower and lower and lower to the point where just this like bolt and this are like colliding. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, you don't have any leaking shocks, which is good.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just arms and bushings, man. Typical stuff.
Nice. We're
So
getting
far,
clarity.
everything.
We're getting clarity. Okay.
Let's check out the engine now.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Good sign. The oil pan looks pretty dry.
That's good.
When they do the service, obviously it's gonna get a little bit oil around it, but
For sure.
I'm gonna try to get eyes on. Your oil pan gasket looks sealed, which is really good,
Nice.
especially for this year, you know?
For sure. That's one of the big problems on these cars.
Well, yeah, and it's a huge service. It's a ton of labor to get these oil pans out of here and then resealed. So the fact that you don't have to deal with that right now is a plus.
Maybe that was
Definitely. I don't know what's going on here. You seem to have a bunch of like O2, your O2 sensor harnesses are kind of just like dangling around.
done. Interesting.
What? This? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trans is back here. What I'm trying to see is maybe rear main,
Okay.
just based on this. It's like dark and it's oily, and it doesn't look like transmission fluid. So maybe a little bit of rear main, seepage, but nothing crazy. The engine's pretty dry.
Okay. Okay. You didn't really bottom out anywhere too, which I'm kind
This
of
piece
surprised.
is missing. It's the oil service thing for the filter.
Oh, it's gone.
This is the only car where like the oil filter is off-site, and it's because it has a dry sump from the factory. So instead of this having to be attached to the engine circuit because the engine's circulating its own, the oil circuit actually runs through so many places, and so the filter's actually located over here, not even on the motor. It's very interesting. I wish they'd still do this, but they put this drain. So when you're changing this, instead of just breaking this loose and letting all the oil just dump, you can take this little plug out the middle and let it drain. And then when it's done draining, you can take it off without making a big, huge mess.
Okay. Sometimes older's better, huh?
Sometimes. And aside from a few pieces of missing hardware down here that aren't gonna like make too huge of a difference, like everything else looks pretty good. But visually, dude, honestly, for how many miles are on it and the year of it, it's good. It's good shape.
Nice. Okay. That's good to hear.
You're basically addressing all the same suspension stuff that everybody with this car or that car has to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
Typical
not,
wear items, right?
yeah, it's not anything that's like, oh, you bought the E60, now you're fucked. You know, it's like the same shit that everybody who buys one of these cars is gonna do.
Because a lot of people are scared to own these cars because of how many issues they can have. It's a high revving V10. Horror stories kind of turn people away. Great news to hear.
Probably the scariest part about buying one of these cars secondhand is not knowing any information on like the previous like owner, like the style of ownership. The cars are very particular in that they have very like frequent service intervals because of the dry sump system. It requires like super consistent oil changes at like under 3,000 miles, and I don't think a lot of people were probably hip onto that or cared much about it.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, oh, I can drive this car 10,000 miles and it's fine. But like this is not a car like that. So like that would be the only thing that would be scary is it's like, how well did they take care of it? And I guess the only way you can really establish that without, you know, taking the engine apart is to kind of like, you can do an oil analysis and send it to Blackstone, and that'll give you a pretty clear indication of like the condition of the wear items inside of the car. Or inside the engine, sorry.
So now that you say it, I'm sure you're gonna pop the hood. That is the plan. We are definitely gonna get the oil analyzed on this car because we don't know if the bearings were done.
You can buy aftermarket bearings that kind of have like more tolerance.
1,200 miles service interval in German. That is crazy work. Fun fact about this engine too, I think they built the blocks in the same facility that they built the Formula One engines at the time, which is kind of cool.
Dude, it's basically a Formula One engine, dude.
Literally. So we're trying to bring that sound out, but we need to make sure the engine is healthy. And if there is anything that needs to be done, we gotta knock that out before we start revving the hell out of this thing.
Yo, the other one we saw, was it this line? Oh no, it was this line that was all chewed up by the rats.
Now see, okay, speaking of rats, what is in there? What is that? What's going on in there?
Yeah, you got a little nest?
This is the second one we've seen there.
We found a nest in the other one, a real big one though,
We
under the
sucked
pole.
a lot of it out.
Really?
Vacuumed a lot. I was there for like 30, 40 minutes vacuuming.
Yeah, that's rat. Oh yeah, there's a ton of rat right here. Yeah.
I noticed that, and I said, okay.
What's this? Debris. They'll come back.
One will go back because they can.
You have to clean it or they'll keep coming back.
That's like their trap. They
Their
smell
instincts.
That, they just go. They follow the smell. That'll take them right there.
Okay. Well, I had suspicion. Rats confirmed.
Well, they're not in here, but they were.
Yeah, they were.
And it doesn't look like they, I mean, they were actually chewing the hell out of this thing, but I don't think they got it. There you go.
We're gonna have to put a bounty on that.
Hey, it
rat.
looks like all they did was the installation, though. You know, you're getting lucky a lot right
Yeah.
now. They didn't really like chew through anything. Another thing you'd want to address on this car is your injector seals. It's pretty common too. We did that the last one we did. It was the same thing. He did spark plugs and injector seals at the same time. I'd do an oil change if I were you, like sooner than later.
It's old.
Smells. It just smells like burned. They replaced the valve covers recently,
Okay.
which is good.
I had to do that twice on the E39 M5 as well.
This is like an engine out car too. This is like not even like a. Because it goes. It's just so much. There's no room. I'll hook it up to a computer. See what the software says.
Well, that is a relief. Now we got more clarity on this car. What it looks like underneath. Honestly, I was worried it was gonna look a lot worse. You just never know. But there's a bounty on that rat. If you guys find that rat, he's wanted. We're gonna put a price of $5,000 on it. You look good inside here, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Big body.
I'm trying to get used to the vintagey one.
So the next problem that is confirmed on this car, the audio doesn't play. So apparently, right before they shipped it out, I can't confirm or deny.
This isn't the OEM screen.
So it's a CarPlay unit. I had the OEM one in the trunk, but for some reason, all of a sudden, the audio just stopped working.
My audio got weird on my car when I did one of these units too. So Ista just got done doing the scan on the car, and basically this is like a control unit tree. So this is showing you every module in this car, how they communicate with one another, and the color coding is based on their condition. So the green means that there's gonna be no issues at all found in those modules. The yellow is gonna mean that there's something inside of there that you should probably look at. And the red is gonna mean they completely failed or missing. So that's interesting. We've got Vanos Bank 1 codes. Obviously it's gonna show you if it's existent or not. Most of these are gonna happen maybe one time or two time. It'll throw the fault code. The fault code stores in the fault memory. So whether it's an active code or not, it will still display that happened. So it's like a record of it, right?
Okay.
So currently it obviously says existing no. So this isn't a fault that's a continuous thing that you have to watch out for. So that's something to take note of. The DME sent a signal for fuel cap, which is interesting.
So I had a fuel cap warning come on that it wasn't tight enough.
Yeah, that sounds non-existent as well. We have Vanos oil pressure codes. None of these codes are really good to have, but they say non-existent.
Could be from low oil.
Could have been from low oil. There's a plethora of situations that could encourage these results. Brake light switch plausibility. It's like a tail lamp thing. It says no, so that's not something we'd focus on. Something that is legitimate right now that this car is noticing, that's your aerial unit up there. And it's basically like your telecommunications. It's the antenna that the infotainment would use for like maps or anything like that. It does show that there's an issue in there, and sometimes it's a battery you can change out, and sometimes the module is smoked. So this is interesting. Servotronics road speed invalid. You know what all these kind of look like? It almost looks like there's like you were driving the car with like a low voltage or something. Like there's just like
Low battery, right?
low battery something.
So I've gotten a few low battery warnings on the car.
It could, we've replaced an alternator on one of these.
Okay.
That was actually the first thing to go the second the customer purchased it from the owner, is they went out and did a bunch of donuts and spun that alternator to oblivion, and that did cause a battery issue. The battery obviously wasn't charging. They found themselves trickle charging the car, and to the point where they actually had to jump start it from time to time. So these are interesting. On the older cars, the CAS module is basically like the module that checks and makes sure that the key matches the VIN and like controls the immobilization and stuff like that. The CAS, it's not uncommon for the CAS to forget what keys go to this car, and for you to have to make new keys. You have like a lot of low energy codes that popped up. We're gonna clear them so they're not in the background anymore, but that's just something to take note of.
For sure.
Going forward, keep an eye on we also have a KMB under voltage fault. So I think we're spot on. I think that there's probably an issue with either the charging or the battery, or it could just be a result of the car sitting for 5 years with no charger and then being started or jumped or whatever it did. So we'll know more after we clear this and you drive the car around again for another little bit, and then we can scan it again and see what comes up. But then no communication plausible with central information display. So you were mentioning also that none of the audio works in the car.
Right.
And it's saying that there's no communication possible with the central information display, or whomever, the previous owner put that Apple CarPlay one in. I'm going to assume it was done incorrectly because you have no communication at all with that particular unit. And you should, even if it's an aftermarket unit or whatever, the harnesses are compatible to the point where it should still recognize that that's there. So boom, problem solved. It was an improper installation on that Apple CarPlay unit. So I'm just gonna clear all this for now. We'll see what comes back. Remember, you only really have 4 faults that's stored. And so now when we check on what they are, again, it's back to your windshield sensors, the head unit for your audio, and then your RDC aerial. So nothing really catastrophic here. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, seriously, nothing big money or catastrophic here. Nothing that's gonna stop the car from driving. So this is all just like superficial shit. If you care about it, you'll get it fixed, and if you don't, who cares?
Woo! It's good to hear, man. Good to hear, especially when you buy one of these sight unseen. Because I never even saw this car before I bought it. Just saw it listed online, right?
That's scary.
So, but I saw the Carfax, and there was just an extensive amount of records, but didn't tell us what was done. So it's given the previous owner was a good guy, took care of it. Maybe didn't drive it every day.
It's the small things, you know, that matter the most.
Absolutely.
No, this will fit in here how it's supposed to.
That's fine.
There, that's how that's supposed to
Nice. So here is the list itself, straight from BMW. These are all quotes for cosmetic parts alone, no mechanical parts whatsoever on this list. And these parts are from my thorough investigation on the car of what I think the car needs, doing a full walk around, interior and exterior. So we're looking at least $2,815.33. Keep in mind, some of these parts are each. So I'm gonna guess ballpark almost $4,000. I would say anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000 to get all cosmetic parts, exterior, interior, finish on this car. But that doesn't include trim pieces like this. You can see some of the plastics on the door panel are worn. That doesn't include anything like that. And of course, most people are not gonna replace half these parts on this list, but I kind of want to see this car fully back to its former glory, just like in 2007. Now for mechanicals, we've got basically 4 control arms. He wants the front upper and the rear upper control arms and bushings, I believe. Genuine parts, $337 for 1 control arm. So we need 4 of these, times that by 400. That's roughly $1,350. Thrust arm bushings, I found those, I think they were $120 for a pair. Both the rotor and pad kit for the rear is, I'm not sure if you can see that, it's about $1,069. And he said everything else is typical wear on the car. It is not pressing at all. Doesn't absolutely need it. I mean, we could add that list up even further, but I'm gonna guess roughly right around now, if we want to do every single part on the car and really get it back to full resto car, full classic M5, we're probably gonna be looking at, I'm gonna guess probably around $10,000. We even left out parts like the side grills, stuff like that, you know, not to mention paint correction, stuff like that. I think 10 grand would really do this car justice. Now, obviously, we're not gonna spend anywhere near 10 grand on this car. Our goal with it is really to build this car, modify it, but still keep it very tasteful and OEM plus. We even need to sample the oil on the car, see what the rod bearing life is like, because none of this includes rod bearing or the throttle actuators or anything like that. But with that being said, we need to start ordering parts. We need to start fitting those parts back on this car, and we just pray that the rod bearings have already been done on this car. It's looking like the previous owner knew the weak points of this car, had it all replaced. So honestly, it's looking pretty good as far as those rod bearings could have been done. So I need you guys to pray with me. Stay tuned for the next video to see this car get restored. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Beemer Fam. If you guys have any recommendations at all for parts, shops, or anything to do with the E60 M5, please let me know in the comments below. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.